What do you call an Irishman bouncing off the walls?
33 and 1/3? I don't know. What do you call an Irishman bouncing off the walls?
Ricochet.
Hey! Oh, yeah, that's obvious. Unknown brother to John O'Shea.
Yes, that infamous Manchester United player. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 38 of That's Class, a podcast about things we find class, hosted by, this week, two of your three favourite class holes. As
Just
always,
two of your favourite class holes.
Two of your favourite class holes. Oh, two of your... Oh, right, okay. As always, I am Duncan, loves the cinema experience, Malcolm, and I am joined by Eddie. Why is everyone fascinated with zombies? Ashcroft.
Zombies can fuck off.
How's it going? I was about to ask, how's it going? We've had some technical difficulties today. It's not
a lot of technical difficulties. A lot of rage. A lot of morning rage.
Just... There's not enough caffeine in the world to fix technical problems, is there?
There's not enough big dicks in the world for this.
Yes. Okay, lend me your energy.
Give me your big dicks, please. I must consume. Drink nothing but big dicks.
Well, welcome along, everybody. I don't have any intro spiel. I thought I did. Never mind. Oh well, should we just get... How's it going, Eddie?
You don't have any intro spiel.
No, don't have anything written. So, how's it going, Eddie? How's
going fine?
How's life?
Going good.
How's the grass? I'm
in new surroundings. I don't yet have a podcast room. The grass is slowly turning green after a moss attack.
After mauling.
And pretty much unpacked. And yeah.
Oh, being unpacked's a good feeling.
But there's still our room that is a bit of a bomb scare.
Wall to wall.
Bit of a 1990s Northern Ireland. But
ooh, damn, is that Yeselnik over there? Man, I need to clean these glasses. Ooh.
But yeah, how's your week been, Duncan? I know it's been a while since there was a podcast recorded.
It has been
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks or something. Yeah, I think it was 3. But I could be wrong because we didn't use Zoom for a while for one of them because obviously it was live. Not too bad. Just same old shit, different week. Watching stuff, playing games, mastering the art of worms.
Too many zombie games, I hear.
Too many zombie games around.
I turned on my Xbox to watch the football at 5 o'clock last night and noticed the three of you playing State of Decay 2 at 5 in the afternoon or something. What was that, just left over from Friday night?
I think that was left over because I didn't play yesterday.
Oh no, you were just on. Yours was just on. I think maybe Andrew and Boehner were playing.
Yeah, that makes sense. My app could run on.
Fucking addicts. Pair of them.
Addicts. Well, speaking of someone that's addicted to caffeine and surfing, he's not here this week because he's managed to find the only house in the south of England that doesn't have any internet.
I don't understand that.
How? I thought it was like a requirement.
Yeah. You can get mobile internet now. So you just have like a 4G router. It just gets 4G. Disgusting.
Probably uses work phone as a hotspot, but
good, yeah.
Shows
a severe lack of commitment to the pod that I've shown a lot in recent weeks.
It's true. You're there in spirit, even when you weren't here.
Just instilling a sense of fear. What are those cunts up to?
He has returned. Somehow, Eddie has returned.
We don't know how. We don't know why.
We don't know how.
Did we want him? Probably not.
Oh, yes, we do. Because we've got lots of things to talk about, like the fact that TopGun, Maverick director, shot 800 hours of footage.
So how long in days. How many days would that take to watch? Should have Googled.
800 to go through it all.
Yeah, 800. No, say you're doing a solid 12-hour day divided by 12.
Divided by 12. It's 33 days worth at full tilt.
Damn. Well, no, that's 33 24 hours.
Yeah, 33 24 hours.
Yeah. It's a solid 67. It's a solid 67 12-hour days watching it. Shit, the bed.
Only 2 days short. We were this close to greatness.
That's 80 days of like 10-hour shifts watching it. Do you think they'll release it all? That'd be incredible.
What a Blu-ray collection that would be. It'd just be like that.
800 hours of just, that would live in the if Blockbuster was still a thing, it would be in like the shady backroom bit.
Nice. Yeah, that little bit with the little curtain.
Oh yeah. Stonks.
I mean, I know they filmed it themselves because we were going to talk about the trailer that came out for it. And the actors did a lot of filming of it themselves. So a lot of it will just be them sitting about in an F-15.
Yeah, getting ready for the scene, and Tom Cruise taking it as seriously as Tom Cruise takes everything in his life. And the whole like trailer thing that they had where they showed basically they all got Tom Cruise put them all through full on fly school to get ready for filming.
Oh, that's so cool. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm kind of thankful that we have somebody like Tom Cruise. Otherwise,
to fully commit to shit like this.
Yeah, to fully do, and to be able to, what is he age? His name must be nearly 50.
Yeah, it must be.
I mean, to be able to do the things that he does, like there was that one. Have you seen the behind the scenes for Mission Impossible?
Oh, he's 59.
59. Jesus. And he looks, and look at that full head of hair. That's what Scientology does for you. Have you ever seen the behind the scenes? It's Mission Impossible 5 when he hung off the side of the plane, and they said, right, we're gonna use this new jet. I think it was a Boeing or something. We're gonna use it. You can we'll taxi it on the runway, and you can hang off it, and then we'll CGI you kind of into it. He goes, no, why don't you just hang off the side of the plane? You're like, what? And take off? Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll totally do that.
It's not like all strapped on with his hands and stuff like that, isn't he?
No, he's holding on. He's got like a harness attached like behind him, but that's it. He's literally holding on by his own grip with a windshield just to stop for the camera, so it's not quite as bad. But and the Boeing were going, you want to hang off the side of the plane? Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Find out how. No.
What? Chris Third is.
Bad joke. Doesn't matter.
It was the other one was the one where if you watch Fallout, he jumps across between the buildings and breaks his ankle. And you can see it in the film where it goes at a weird angle. Then he gets up and keeps running, jumps across, pokes himself up, and just keeps going out of shot. And then they have to suspend filming for like 2 months whilst his ankle healed up.
What a madman.
But he's mad. And his latest one, apparently, he's on a motorbike. He jumps off a cliff. Because they've just released it's called Mission Impossible Reckoning Part 1, which means we're going to get a Part 2.
Damn. He just doesn't know when to quit.
Well, it looks like we're getting 2 more, and I think they're calling it quits on it.
I don't know.
Have you seen Fallout? It's pretty good.
No, I was just looking then. I think the last Mission Impossible I watched was maybe Ghost Protocol.
Wow, they've actually got better. Fallout's, if it's still on Netflix, Fallout's worth a watch. It's really good. Like it's probably, I would probably say it's better than No Time to Die in terms of spy films.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty spyish and outrageous. It's the one with the infamous Henry Cavill reloads his fists. Have you seen that?
All right, no, don't think so.
He literally gets a fight in the bathroom and he stands up. This is great for audio listeners. He literally throws his hands. And he goes, it's like a and it kind of makes this like they have this little noise that kind of plays as if he's going reload for this next bit of the fight.
I didn't realize Henry Cavill the bad guy.
He's a interesting character. Not to spoil it for anybody, but he's has motivation. And then it's got a girl, Vanessa Kirby plays the daughter of the baddie from the very first one from back in the early 90s.
Oh, yeah.
And
Gosh,
then
she looks familiar.
Vanessa Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw, and she's been in a few other things.
I never watched Hobbs and Shaw.
I couldn't tell what else was she in? She has been in a few things, I think. And Vanessa Kirby, and then not Isla Fisher. What the hell's her name? Rebecca Ferguson. This one. Ving Rhames is in it.
Friday. Want to get down on Friday? Rebecca Ferguson. No, that was Rebecca Black.
That was Rebecca Black.
Angela Bassett. Sean Harris.
Sean Harris
Monaghan.
plays. Michelle Monaghan plays Tom Cruise's wife in the third one.
He won't be in the new one.
He won't. I'm pretty sure he gets shot. Oh, the irony.
You see, they released the footage from the movie of that. Him firing the shot, the whatever, the scene, the recording of the scene, right before he actually did it. So you see him with the
gun. I don't know why. Why would that that? There's something going on there that we don't know, and I don't know why.
Oh, watching how spooky things from the past are now relevant to today. Rewatching Community season 2. There's a whole thing about there's a whole episode.
Oh, the gun safety.
The gun safety. The prop guns aren't prop guns aren't a joke.
Prop guns are not a joke. Prop guns are real. And they keep double crossing each other. That's a magic episode. Especially because the guy that plays is it Professor Tennyson or something? Professorson. Professor Professorson.
Oh yeah.
And she thinks he's fake. He is. It's funny because he looks like he's the brother of Mark Ruffalo. Honestly, he looks like Bruce. He looks like Bruce Banner. He'd be a great. He probably was. He looks like he'd be a great Hulk, or Bruce Banner. But he was in Fringe. This is what I find really funny about him in Community, because he played a guy in Fringe,
Kevin Corrigan,
who was like he was a slightly enigmatic sort of weird character that ran a bowling alley, and he was kind of had these weird, almost we could call magic powers for want of a better word, but nobody really knew. And then when he appeared in Community, he obviously appears in this conspiracy, which obviously Fringe was all about conspiracies. You're like, oh, that's a great cameo, yeah. Have you seen? Oh no, you won't have seen that. He's not that far yet. But he comes back in a couple other episodes. But yeah, Professorson and the
competitive wine tasting.
Competitive wine tasting. Oh my god! Yeah,
he does look like sort of like a budget Mark Ruffalo.
He does look like
and he comes in with a shotgun.
Shotgun.
He'll get.
Wait a minute! There was only 2 prop guns.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But all the way back to Top Gun, super hyped. Don't think the trailers. I mean, I don't think you can give too much away on a Top Gun trailer. You know it's going to be about fighter jets. But you could also be too quick to jump to the conclusion that they've given it all away.
I agree with you on that. You are right.
If they haven't given it all away, then holy fuck, what are we in for?
Yeah, this is true. The bits of member berries are the bits that we were kind of hinting at.
I'm still not. Yeah, but then I think that's okay to shove them in the trailer, because you're going to be expecting the sort of member berry hits come anyway. So why not just kill them in the trailer? So when you're watching the film, you've got less of that. Kill the nostalgia in the trailer, and then get hyped for the fresh experience on the TV at home when it comes out, because you have to go to the cinema, because fuck that shit.
So that fresh 42-inch experience.
Whoa, 50.
50.
50 with the soundbar and the subwoofer behind the seat. Nice. Well, we were watching a film last night.
It's acceptable to wear your fighter jet outfit.
We were watching. We watched a film. This is how it ends. It was on Netflix, and it had just come. Oh, How It Ends from 2018. Forrest Whitaker in it. Guy called Theo James. Don't know what else he's been in, but it's kind of cool. A bit of that sort of like a apocalyptic vibe to it, where the boyfriend and future father-in-law sort of have to get there to save the girlfriend/daughter, and then obviously the father-in-law fucking hates the boyfriend, and they come to respect each other. But it's actually quite a good film. Quite enjoyed it. It was fucking long. How long was it? An hour and 54 minutes. Yeah, it was a long old film. But no, it was good. But yeah, getting the full. We had that cranked up. We don't share walls with anyone anymore, so we don't have to be considerate of our neighbours.
My downstairs neighbours were having had people around that were having the beats on last night, so I watched James Bond at full. I watched Live and Let Die, Man with the Golden Gun at full tilt. Working my way through Bond films because they're all on Amazon. Live and Let Die has not aged well.
I don't think a lot of the James Bond films have aged well.
Some of them have aged well. Live and Let Die is definitely up there as one that possibly hasn't.
Wow, 1973. It's very racist.
It's funny because I don't even know if it really is. It's just there's just things like he goes into Harlem in the 70s, and of course they just keep calling him a honky. Kind of like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah.
Oh, is that the one with the cigarette boat? And is that what they're called? No, speedboats. Cool speedboat.
There's speedboat chase. Yeah, there's a speedboat chase.
That's a type of speedboat, isn't it?
Cigarette boat. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, they are like really cool speedboats.
Yeah, they have all these. I love it. I was actually watching Live and Let Die last night. When I was watching it, and he got into this like black speedboat, and I kind of went, "Oh, that'd be cool to own." Like, how cool would it be to own a speedboat?
Like a proper fast, cool sort of like really like I was gonna say aerodynamic, water dynamic, aquadynamic.
Aquadynamic speedboat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked super. It just looked super fun, especially if you had a big sort of river like network like that. It looked so much fun.
Yeah, bombing up. Did you know you also get cigar boats? They're just a bit fatter and stumpier. That's cool. Yeah. Cool.
We need better river networks around here.
Oh yeah.
Mind you, saying that, we grew up around a massive loch, so.
Yeah, but that's not got like a fun network, has it?
No.
The only crazy things that ever happened was people swimming to the island, and then the mad tales of don't go swimming in there because there's mad undercurrents. You'll get sucked under, and no one will ever find you.
Undercurrent in a landlocked. Undercurrent in a loch with no current.
A very successful story that probably kept a lot of people out of the loch.
Smart idea. Yeah, what am I doing? Where's my things? Here it is. Did you also see the Netflix announces a Exploding Kittens animated series?
I have not seen that.
And animated series and game. I don't know if the game's being played on Netflix or not. It sounds like it.
All right, it's got a picture of a phone, so it's like it's going to be on. It's going to be on phones.
Possibly, yeah. Mobile game, yeah. Mobile game and the TV series.
Is this going to be a classic case of the card game's better than the movie?
Well, there hasn't been that many card games made into a movie.
True.
21.
There's loads of poker movies.
Loads of poker movies, but it's kind of 21, I think, is the only one I can think of. I mean, there's not exactly been an Uno movie, has there?
Apparently, it is set to star Tom Ellis, who is Lucifer Morningstar in the Netflix urban fantasy series Lucifer.
I have not watched that. Kat has watched that, though. I have not watched that.
Set to star him. He's Welsh. Wales.
He was in that. He was in something on the BBC.
Yes. He was in Miranda.
That's quite a big jump going from that to being Lucifer in a seat like a full blown title star.
He's actually definitely Miranda.
He's actually that version of Lucifer is actually a DC a DC hero or anti-hero, I guess. Because he appears in Arrow, that show that we watched 2 seasons of.
Oh no, I think
Uh,
I watched like a good 4 seasons of that, and then I kind of just lost touch because what's his name was stopping doing it. I think
oh yeah,
um,
yeah, the Amel stuff.
Stephen Amell.
Stephen Amell. That Deathstroke season was
Yes,
like
that was the
well
best
into that.
season.
That was a great. That second season was so much fun.
I'd easily go
Uh,
back and watch them. Yeah, but then characters stopped being in it, and it got a bit rubbish. Yeah,
yeah, the first two seasons are really good of that, and
but
it's kind
then
of
but then it's
starts to
amazing
tail off.
how for like DC, the Green Arrow was almost like was it potentially for a short while like the most successful thing they were doing on film and TV.
Yeah, he
Like
became super popular,
for
like
having
more
like
than
a naturally like cohesive storyline that sort of followed along,
yeah.
and until it got a bit too outlandish.
Well, the
Because for the
key
first,
was they could use Batman villains, so the villains were good.
well, the fun thing was is they had that whole like backstory of he'd been gone for ages and lost on
Yeah,
an island in a shipwreck and all that, and then he came back. But then, by the end of season 2, they pretty much established what happened to him on the island and how he got back. And then there was just like everything, all the flashback stuff after that just got like a bit too crazy and a bit too mad, and it just added way like unnecessary like layers to the character that didn't need to exist because he was much better when it was simply he got trained by the guy that trained Batman, and he's really good at shooting arrows, and he's
yeah.
also rich.
That's what's funny about. I'm pretty sure the later seasons, and this is a spoiler, but not a spoiler. I'm pretty confident he leaves the island. It turns out he left the island. So remember,
Oh,
they made a big deal in
pretty
the first
quickly,
episode.
yeah.
Yeah, it turns out he left, got trained by Deathstroke, left the island, then went back to the island,
Yeah,
and then got
because
found. And you're like,
because
what?
because was there not? There was something else. There was something going on the island as well.
Oh,
Sure, there
probably.
was there was a whole understory to the island.
Yeah, instead of just, it was much better when you, not only was he just stuck on this island that he learned to survive, then he runs into Deathstroke, or
Yeah,
Manu Bennett's character, who's also stuck on the island. And you're like,
yeah.
alright,
Oh,
okay, that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure they find a submarine or something, and then they get a submarine
Yes,
off the
there's
island.
a
Right.
submarine.
There's a whole
Yeah,
yeah. There's a whole submarine base on the island. That's how they
that's
get
okay.
off.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Like, so that plot worked quite well up until
But
the
then he
fact
had
that
to go
he,
back and figure out something about the submarine
yeah,
base and everything else
yeah,
that's going on. And yeah,
yeah.
too
It
much.
was easier just to leave it as, if you just left it as him and Deathstroke off the island by killing the people and stealing the sub, that'd have been fine.
Well done, you played yourself.
Hey, hey, we need some more backstory. Let's put him on an island. Then we already do that. Shh.
Yeah,
If
but
I,
he was pretty good, Stephen Amell.
it was good.
I
I
liked him.
remember he got. There was something about everyone was everyone was saying, oh, he's not doing as much acrobatics or stuff in like the third season or something, and it was like, yeah, he's totally over doing those salmon leaps with the pole and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
I'm not surprised.
That
Oh,
those montage training videos.
he's been on he's been in WWE a bit as well. Like he does
They,
professional wrestling.
I
Wrestling.
think he did a cross
He did a
promotion years
yeah.
ago for Arrow. So I remember that being a thing. And then they did like he did like a tag team or skit or something
He's done
where
quite a
he
few.
came in. And then I think he's now in a show about wrestling. Like I think
Ooh.
he's now in some sort of drama.
Closing
I
the
think it's
Ring,
called
a film. No,
Heels.
that was pretty shit.
I think it's called Heels. It's about him and his
Heels.
somebody. His
He's
brother
Jack
maybe.
Spade. Main role. Stephen Amell. Two brothers and rivals, one a villain or heel in professional wrestling, the other a hero or face, play out scripted matches as they war over their late father's wrestling promotion and vie for national attention in small town Georgia.
Actually, sounds like it could be quite. That's an interesting premise. It
Yeah.
sounds like it could be quite good. It's
Ooh.
different from everything else that's on telly.
Stephen Amell is the heel. Oh, Jack Spade
Jack Spade.
up against his younger brother Ace Spade. Ace.
Better than calling him Brian Shovel, I suppose. How did we get here from
Oh, that's
exploding?
out.
Oh yeah,
That's come out. That's on telly.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
How did we get there from Exploding Kittens?
I don't know.
Lucifer. That was it. Tom Rush. Tom Ellis.
All right,
Lucifer.
Tom Ellis. Yeah.
The
So Tom
boys.
Ellis is in.
It also has the boys Abraham Lim. Who's that? God, it's nothing better than a podcast where it's just people googling stuff.
How far does the rabbit hole go?
Yeah. Who? skinny man. I don't even remember who he is in The
In
Boys.
what? Is he in The Boys?
Yeah.
Well, more Boys is good.
Kenji Miyashiro. I do not remember him in The Boys.
Kenji.
Oh, is he he's the brother of the girl, is he? No.
I love how you've just gone down this rabbit hole.
I don't know. All his pictures look really, really, really cringe. He looks like he's been in some like really cringy TV shows to get his career started as well.
Some of that nice B movie.
Playing like really. There you go. He's in a TV series called Relationship Status. Another TV series called Charmed, The Fix, Dead Girls Detective Agency.
What?
All right, there you go. Oh, he was in the Clickbait film with Adrian Grenier.
Clickbait film.
Adrian Grenier. Yeah. It wasn't a film; it was a TV series on Netflix. Did you ever watch that? Had Adrian
Grenier.
Yeah.
Clickbait. No,
Vincent
I have
Chase
not.
in it. It was good. It was a good film. TV show.
Clickbait.
It's a TV show.
Clickbait.
Ha! Psych!
There
Got
it
you.
is.
This is the oldest trick in the book. You fell for the clickbait.
Nick Brewer. Oh wow. 8 episodes.
That's pretty good.
Wow. Also, Adrian Grenier. When did that come out? 2021.
Vince, what are you doing?
Vincent Chase having the reconnaissance.
How did Ari get you this role?
You can't look at Jeremy Piven anymore. He's just Ari Gold.
That
must have been so weird for them. CinemaCon,
Duncan.
yeah. So
what is CinemaCon?
CinemaCon is basically where it's like an
Comic Con,
industry,
but for cinemas.
Kind of, but it's more of an industry-based convention where people can kind of review what they're going to buy.
So it's for
cinema
film
chains.
Studios.
Or
chains.
film studios as well. Yeah.
So it's not like film studios buying scripts. It's about
it's like buying films.
Theatre owners from around the world.
Yeah, so it's theaters as well as maybe publishers. So maybe there will be films that don't have publishers or distribution.
All right.
As well as you'll have studio heads who'll go there because you can meet people.
Yeah. You probably got like big like floors of salespeople selling like cinema chairs, movie screens.
Yeah, there'll be theater equipment, concessions manufacturers. There'll probably be like a whole bunch of popcorn.
Really
samples.
Confusingly disgusting carpets.
And they're just carpet swatches on the wall, like different sticky.
You're
carpets.
designing this really nice big space. Why don't we stick this really fucking horrific carpet in there for a laugh? Why not just have a normal one? But it's for a reason. It's like bus seats. Patterns hide the dirt.
It's true. Also,
Smart.
concession manufacturers, which means you imagine how much popcorn you'd be able to sample.
Whoa, all the popcorn.
Unlimited.
Not enough popcorn in the world.
There's also at Caesar's Palace as well, so that'd be madness.
All the gambling. Well, they're gambling with their company's money.
Yeah, that actually, CinemaCon would be a laugh to go to watch if it was in Las Vegas. That would be something else.
I think you could just turn up as a regular person, or it's maybe a bit like SEMA where you kind of have to be in the industry to get an invite.
Maybe we could make up but then I bet you could probably make up a fake just literally get up a little projector, set up a little cinema in your garden, register it as a limited business, and then register to go.
Vegas, here we come.
It's an outdoor environmentally friendly cinema experience. So it's in your garden, yes. The projector's in the shed.
People are like, how much have you spent setting this all up just to go to CinemaCon? Too much money.
30 quid in a McDonald's to the guy that built the projector stand. So CinemaCon exists but what happens is they do a lot of showing off of like little clips of films to the audience to get people interested in buying or distributing them and stuff like that. So that's where Mission Impossible, the title, got released. So Mission Impossible Reckoning, Part 1 of hopefully 2.
Dead Reckoning.
Dead Reckoning. And then there was the Expendables 4, with the 4 for the A.
Ooh, very clever. Very edgy.
Yeah, very edgy.
What will you have today, sir? Ooh. Very daring.
Very bold today.
I'll have an Expendables in bold, please. And perhaps I'll try a 4 as the A.
I think my personal favourite thing about it was I saw a poster, and obviously this is Sylvester Stallone's baby. This is his little franchise that he's got now, and it's quite funny that he's the last name on the poster.
Is he?
Yeah, but it's in that classic and Sylvester Stallone.
Okay, so he's like the big name,
but he used to be first, so I'm not sure why he's not. Unless he's planning on killing himself off.
Yeah, maybe he's going to have less of a role because he's getting pretty old. And
this is true. Megan Fox is in it, of all people.
Really?
Yeah, it's got weird.
Machine Gun Kelly in it
this time. Machine Gun Kelly. I mean,
is she going to have a machine gun and call it Kelly?
That would be hilarious. I would actually, yeah. Right, here it is. Expendables 4.
Is Hulk Hogan in it?
No, but 50 Cent's in it.
Nice.
50 Cent's in it. Dolph Lundgren's in it. Megan Fox is in it. Iko Uwei's in it. He's actually quite a talented martial arts actor. He's been in quite a few things. And Tony Jaa's in it as well. He's been in a few kung fu films. But it seems to be that they've kind of just seem to have lost half the...
half the big names of
big names of big like huge boasts in muscular stature and star name actors.
There'll be a lot of concussion in that cast.
They've taken a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
This film shows you this you've got Expendables 4. What happens when you do all the stuff in the 80s?
I know at some point it's going to be like one of these expendable films is going to be on, and it's just going to be people just going, "That's a shame."
that's kind of what happened. Like it's those direct to DVD movies we were looking at. It's the same thing. This is just at a bigger, more expensive level.
Should we be watching this?
I mean, isn't this elderly abuse watching Stallone get put through a wall?
Yeah.
That'd be terrible. What else did they release? They released there was the TopGun, and they released the Borderlands. The game is getting a movie, and the character
is that the one with a mad bald guy on the front?
Yes, that's the one. So the Borderlands movie has got Jack Black is playing the robot, Kate Blanchett's playing Lilith, but the funniest one is that there's a character called Roland, which you'll need to look at in terms of like Roland Borderlands to get an idea of what Roland looks like, and he's being played by Kevin Hart, and they could not be different.
All right, a big, huge, like tall, muscular,
like massive black guy called Roland,
being played by Kevin Hart,
5'6" Kevin Hart,
who nearly died one time.
Who nearly died one time.
Not enough was made of that. I just remember one day there was like a big thing about Kevin Hart's being in a car crash, and like it's touch and go.
Yeah.
And now he's just like fine and back walking.
What was it? He wasn't drink driving though, was he? He was a passenger.
What was it? I know because he's quite into like he's quite into mad cars.
Oh, May 2020. How's this been swept under the rug? Kevin Hart reveals he lied about extent of his injuries.
Oh, so he actually wasn't that injured.
Wow. There's a plot twist.
There you go. September 1st, 2019. Hart was a passenger in a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda that went off Mulholland Highway and rolled down an embankment.
Yeah.
He and the driver reportedly suffered major back injuries and were taken to separate hospital. Yeah, so he had like major back injuries, and now he's just like back acting, being fine. But okay, it turns out he was actually okay.
Wait, he lied about extent of his injuries, but actually, Oh wait, hold on. I'm really confused here. So did he lie about right? So the article makes it sound like he lied about when you read this is clickbait. We've literally found clickbait.
Is this the
Right.
Independent article?
Yeah. Kevin Hart reveals he lied about the extent of his injuries from horror car crash. So it makes you think that he lied about basically, oh my god, everyone thought he was really injured and he wasn't. But actually, it seems he lied. He covered up the extent of his injuries. Is like halfway down the article. I'm like, hold on. So actually, he told people he was fine, and actually, he was like really, really, really injured. God damn it, Independence! Clickbait journalism at its absolute finest.
All right, so it was a serious one then.
Yeah, it was a serious car crash.
He's saying on the Joe Rogan podcast there was a chance he was literally never gonna leave the hospital or walk again.
But that isn't what the Independent wanted me to believe when I clicked that article. Outrage. Demand a retrial.
Fucking Kevin Hart. Is he not like a serial cheat and everything though, isn't he?
Oh, it's Hollywood. They're all up to something. Just look at Amber Heard.
Hey-o. What a cunt.
I mean, she did shit on his pillow. Allegedly.
Amber Heard's lawyer is just like, apparently it's a bit of a wild card.
Have you watched any of this?
No, I've not seen any of it.
Oh, you need to watch. I'll find a video and send you some highlights. So, there's just been so many. Like, I think it Malcolm was telling us he objected to his own statement.
Oh, I've heard about that. Yeah, he made a statement, then objected straight away to like. He asked a question and then just went object.
Yeah.
And then I did hear another thing where he'd asked a few. Was it? He was like saying a statement and he was asking Johnny Depp if he'd made that statement. And then he asked the statement again. Yeah. Then he asked the statement again. And then he said, have I said that right? And the judge was like, for the third time, yes, you have said that right. Every one of the like 4 times you've asked it. What's your point? Because Johnny Depp's like, yeah, I did say that. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. So he says, do you think
that's what box, I
said? Did you carry cocaine around in this box? He's like, I don't know, but this box looks like it could hold some cocaine. I don't remember. What was it? He says, he says you came home and you poured a mega pint of wine. Johnny Depp's like, what's a mega pint? Can I have one? A mega pint. All right, okay. Interesting. Oh, dearie me. Should we talk about some more trailers?
Yes.
Nice.
Get on to some trailers. Bit of trailer time.
Alrighty. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Coming soon to Disney+.
Did you ever watch the original Rescue Rangers or anything like that?
Many, many moons ago, I think it was on terrestrial television.
Don't think I've ever watched it. It's very American, isn't it?
Yeah. But I have to say, I'm excited for this. It looks like they've been given free reign to
shit up.
Yeah, to kind of throw some stuff in there. See, it kind of looks like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and that kind of murder mystery.
I heard it's going to be rated 18.
That would be.
No, I'm
hilarious.
joking. I'm taking a piss. I don't know.
PG. Hopefully it's PG because you can get away with absolute murder in like PG or 12A. But like it's like Peter Pan looks like some sort of like drunk or drug addict, and then Flounder from Little Mermaid gets kidnapped, and then
the trailer was kind of cool. How you've got like the sort of superimposed almost. There's all these cartoon characters just living in like the real world, and they've all got like their own little like living developments.
Yes.
So it's like the policewoman knocks on the window, but it's like a scale apartment for like the chipmunks.
Yeah. And it's like, of course there's been this. The guy as a detective seems to be some sort of cube.
Yeah.
I don't even understand. It's the bit as well when he says, I've had the CGI surgery. And one of them's still 2D. Also, I can't get over, it's the fact that John Mulaney's voicing one of them.
He's the 2D one.
Yeah, and that's Andrew from Big Mouth. So now all I can hear
Yeah.
is Andrew from Big Mouth when he's talking.
Yeah, because 3D ones, Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've all got like scale cars in their cars. Because right at the start there's an actual car from Cars in it as well.
Yeah. And then when they get to the only one that was confusing to me is in the trailer. There's a bit where Chip or Dale is getting fights with some sort of CGI fantasy character.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like some sort of, I want to say he's like a human or maybe a dwarf. I'm not sure, but we thought it was like Lord of the Rings or like The Hobbit. But we're like, they don't own that. So what the hell's he doing? I don't understand what he's supposed to represent. Oh, actually, saying that, it could be one of the live action Disney things like Maleficent or something. Now, thinking to myself, that would make sense. But yeah, he goes to the creature convention. Peter Pan's like a massive chunky.
Like grown up as well, because he's not in Neverland anymore. Like unshaven.
Hard times have hit Peter Pan. What's amazing as well is it's the same outfit. It's probably just shrunk.
It's Wendy I feel sorry for.
Maybe Wendy will be the murderer or something like that. See, that's a film that I think will have... They've shown Peter Pan, but the plot twist will be something else. And you'll be like, that's Peter Pan. Great character. It'll probably be Mickey Mouse.
Oh, it would have to be. It's like full-on South Park Mickey Mouse.
I just think with Samberg being there, I feel, and John Mulaney, I feel something along the lines that it could be Mickey Mouse being the villain or something.
But like South Park Mickey Mouse, and he's a total like absolute mad lad.
What the fuck, Randy?
Fucking a pangolin without protection. What the fuck?
You ever shagged a pangolin? What? No. Why would I have done that? Oh man, if you've done a bat, you gotta do a pangolin.
Oh, it's like the flashback scenes when they're in like when they're in Wuhan and they see the bat and oh boy, and then Randy's like, damn,
just a mouse with wings.
That would be too. They won't do that though. Yeah, it's a shame they won't do that. South Park needs to be canon.
South Park needs to be canon. Oh, dear me.
Next up, though, I'm excited for the new series of Stranger Things.
Stranger Things 4, 2 parts.
27th of May.
Oh boy. 27th of May. That's not that far away at all.
No, it's not. It's 27 days away.
It is.
Or 26. Or 25, depending when we're put live. If we get put live, can't. We'll check to see how much editing is done.
We're just doing quality control. That's all it is.
It's for you, the listener. It's not for us. This is for you.
There's it looks it looks exciting. I'm kind of intrigued to see how they bring back Hopper from Russia, considering I thought that was a weird twist, so hopefully that works. I liked it more when it was small town USA versus the Cold War going on in the background with like the X-Files men in suits type thing.
Yeah.
I do wonder if this could be a bit too big, but
yeah, they've bitten off like a lot, and now it's like a full-on like save the world sort of thing, as opposed to like a just trying to save themselves in the moment.
I do like the idea of a physical villain. Like the villain seems to be more it's not just a world. Like the first one was like the world itself, whereas this, or like the monster, like there was the monsters, but this one seems to have the Demogorgon or something. Whereas this one has a legit, looks like a body and looks like a humanoid. So therefore, it looks like there will be evil plots.
And it looks like they're a way to spend a bit of time in the underworld as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you have to have someone there that they can sort of interact with, or it doesn't
Looks
really.
like they're a way to intentionally go to the underworld. But then it's given it whole. She's lost her power. Seven's
11.
lost her 11. That's
So
it.
11.
Has lost her powers. And she has to get them back.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the problem is, I think the problem they had is that basically she's the only person that has superpowers. And
And she
whilst
gets a nosebleed every time.
yeah, well, the thing is that she gets a nosebleed every time, so that kind of limit, and it uses up a lot of energy. So usually she's useless after she's done something, which is good. But if you're going to be fighting a giant humanoid predator style, like some sort of like god from the upside down, I don't know. I think they're inferring that there's going to be other people. Because I think, was there not others in one of the seasons? She ran away and she met other people.
Yeah.
That had.
But then, like, even at the start, there was like loads of them in rooms, wasn't there? It's just that she was maybe potentially the best one, and she got away.
They're gonna need. I think you're gonna need more than a couple of teenagers with baseball bats and.
Yeah. Steve.
Steve and
copious
Hopper
amounts
with
of
a
hairspray.
revolver. But it could be. I think it'll still work. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think this is the last season, is it?
It is. Yeah, it was only supposed to be 4. So
yeah, good.
I hope
good.
they just they need to circle it out. But then this could be the last of the great Netflix things, because we all know Netflix are losing subscribers by the bucket load.
Yeah,
although
and charging more, but then I can to some degree I can appreciate the charge more, because if we want more better content, then you pay more for more better content.
Yeah,
and as long as they're still bringing in stuff from elsewhere as well onto the platform, okay. But it's the whole clamping down on sharing passwords is a bit shit. I can understand it to some degrees when I hear about people who have like their pals' dads who they've not spoken to in like years. They've just got like their login. But like, I don't know, in my instance, me and Malcolm, we've got the Netflix one where you can buy where you, I think it's the max one, you have 4 separate users. You can have it on 4 different devices at one time.
Yeah.
So that means like 2 of us in this house could have it. Malcolm and Gary in the other house have it.
Yeah.
So, and then you're paying half the price, which is cheaper than buying like the most basic subscription.
Well, I've got it here. We've got it here, and then I've got it logged in on my mom and dad's house, so they can watch Netflix. Which is fair.
But then, if they actually find, but it's whether they actually find out how to stop you doing that, because I don't really see how they can find out how to stop you.
No, they really can't.
Because the whole idea of Netflix is it's like a sign-in service, so you can be anywhere and log into your Netflix account. So what's to say you're not at your pal's house every night watching Netflix? Right?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at something on my sound bar. What was the sound tracking? That'll be interesting. That'll be fun editing, whatever that was. No, I was thinking about Netflix. One of the things is that I watched a whole bunch of documentaries the other day. Like half my screen was a documentary. I was thinking, they have some really good documentaries. But they also have TV shows that are really good, and then they cancel them after 2 seasons because they're going to have to pay the cast more money. So
Final Space. What the fuck happened there?
Final Space. The really good one, the Santa Clarita Diet, I think is one of the biggest ones. And Mindhunter was the other one that people were complaining. I've not seen Mindhunter. It's on my list of things to watch. But they just cancel things, and you're like, well, why? That's your. Hopefully, the money pays for more. I'd rather have less content because there's so much stuff on there. Less content, but better content, and you give it full runs rather than.
Because as much as like maybe you've not got as many people coming back to watch the next season, you still got they've probably still got like a good bunch of people who like really like it and want to keep watching it. And I suppose if that's only like 10,000 people, then what's the point? But still, 10,000 people paying like £9 a month is a lot. That's like 90,000, but then it's probably not paying for that TV show.
That's true.
It's a balance.
But then you'd have more money if you were able to stop buying all these third-party things. So it's kind of a weird twist. But the next people moving on to a different streaming service, but they're not getting it. It's coming to the cinemas for the cinema experience. Lightyear trailer 2.
Woo! And in this one, we finally see
Emperor Zurg.
Yeah.
Finally. Finally, a proper villain.
It looks weird. It's introducing a whole sort of time thing where he's obviously
Yeah,
gone
that.
off planet for a bit of time and lost a bit of time. But that would have been a cool surprise to say for the film.
Oh, see, there we go. Would have been. I think you have to sell people on the premise of it.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I don't think they have to sell Buzz Lightyear. Like,
I guess the idea is that you're trying to get. Remember, you don't have to sell it to us, right? We grew up with Buzz Lightyear. I know you don't have to sell it for children as well, but you still have to get 7, 8-year-olds, 6-year-olds into the cinemas.
But Toy Story, the new Toy Stories came out like 5 years ago, so
yeah, but nobody really liked Toy Story 4. Relevant. It was terrible.
I don't think I've actually seen it.
I mean, don't spoil Toy Story 3 for yourself. Just don't watch Toy Story 4 and think that Toy Story 3 was the end. That's what I wish I'd done.
Was Toy Story 3 the one with the incinerator at the end?
Yes.
All right. Oh yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. And then they have the bear, and then they have that lovely ending where they're all sitting on the porch.
Too many feels at the end of that episode. Yeah. I didn't like it.
No,
too many feels were uncomfortable.
Toy Story 4, I can tell you, ruins all those feels, and it's the worst. It's so stupid. I've got a real bugbear about it. It's one of these films that didn't need to be made, and you're kind of like, why did Pixar let themselves get talked into that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay for things to stop.
Yeah. If anything, they should have just called it Bo Peep the movie. I think more people would have been accepting of that.
All right, was it?
Because she wasn't in 3.
Yeah. Was it more about her than it was like?
It's more about Woody. So it kind of wraps up Woody's. It's stupid, right? Because Woody is basically the kid goes on a holiday and they arrive in this town, and all of a sudden Woody gets lost or whatever, and he ends up in this shop, and all of a sudden Bo Peep's there, and he's like, "Holy shit, it's Bo Peep!" And then they go on a little adventure and do stuff, and then that, without spoiling it, is basically they have this ending with Woody and Bo Peep, and you're kind of like, but this is the ending with Andy was so much more like feels and tear jerking for everyone in the cinema. Rather than this Toy Story 4, which, like I said, if you just called it Bo Peep and excluded half the toys, it would have been absolutely great.
I suppose the thing about Toy Story was it was more like Woody's story, Toy Story, than it was
Buzz's. Well, it's Woody and Buzz, but it was more about Andy and the toys was the key, because they were always Andy's toys, and that's the whole point of 3 wrapping up the way it does.
Yeah.
God,
it should have ended there.
Should have ended there. But yeah, Lightyear looks good. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
The graphics look how far they've come.
Yeah. The wee cat looks like it's going to be pretty funny.
Yeah, the wee cat looks like it's definitely there for the adults.
Oh yes.
I love Pixar when they do that. So we'll make all these characters for the children, and then we'll have this one who will be relatable. Understandable. Don't know who voices the cat, but I bet it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, we are.
Cool.
We've talked about Top Gun.
We have. Well, yeah, we've hit Top Gun.
We hit Top Gun earlier. That whole trailer. If you haven't seen it, listeners, go watch the most intense training for Top Gun.
Even just for like mad cool. The cool thing about Top Gun was always the
real jets,
the planes. I like the jet scenes. So. Yeah,
that shot of them flying through the canyon, and the guy's actually just standing there with the camera going. Oh my god!
Just 2 planes, and then he does the classic, comes up in between them.
Up between them.
Morning, aviators.
Morning, aviators. Oh, so Maverick.
The cat is voiced by Peter Son.
No.
And he's a American animator, director, voice actor, and storyboard artist at Pixar.
They do a lot of that. They do a lot of people who work there to get to voice things, so that makes sense.
Actually voiced quite a few things.
Did you watch the Chad Me trailer?
The Chad Me Padme. Oh yeah.
Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah. I'm pretty hyped for that. They've given nothing away there. But I want to know what happened.
Well, I know what happened. I know why I know the comic book backstory to why Chad May becomes Chad May. Puffin.
Is it not something to do with like having cancer?
Yeah, it keeps her from
Dying.
but then becoming Thor does that. But then every time she takes off the armor, or like the armor rescinds, she gets worse.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like every time she tries to do it to save the world, she ends up killing herself. It's kind of an interesting twist.
Stop killing yourself.
Stop hitting yourself. So yeah, it's an interesting. It'd be interesting to see if that's the case or if it's not.
Something I'm really annoyed at with this is so whenever you have female like action characters and they're in cool armor,
yep.
The gist is that they don't need armor; they just need to have like a metal bikini on.
Oh yeah. That's that age old.
Why? So as far as I can tell, Jane Foster's character in this has too much armor on. I mean that's something. So it's not very realistic if you're asking me. You know,
it's something you want fixed.
Her arms are practically fully covered. That's not realistic for me.
I don't know, man. You can see her massive guns. May or may not be Natalie Portman's guns actually, because
no, she got totally jacked for it. I'm pretty sure.
Didn't
she?
But there's how jacked can you get? Like, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But it's she could when she first turned up for they first announced. I remember when they first announced she was going to be in it. She walked on stage and she could barely lift the hammer because she was just skinny.
And there's the leaked set photos where she's looking pretty jacked, like
hench.
Unnecessarily hench, actually.
But then this is the thing: if you got a letter tomorrow or an email going, "Hey, I want you to be the next Batman," you'd be calling up every gym going, "I want everything you have."
No, I think the world needs an Everyman Batman.
Everyman.
Bit more relatable. But definitely, the world needs that.
Everyday Batman.
Batman enjoys a pint. Look at him. There he is. Aye, quite right. Batman should groan getting out of that computer chair. Straight in complaining at God, total mind blank. What's his butler called?
Alfred.
Alfred, straight in moaning at Alfred, like, Alfred, how am I meant to get in and out of the Batmobile? Have you seen how low that thing is? Like, I'm not doing that in a hurry.
Alfred, there's a light bulb out in the headlight of the Batmobile.
Fuck's sake. Alfred and Batman just like absolutely swearing at the Batmobile trying to change a bulb. Who the fuck did this? Like, the fuck is it all the way back here for? Batman holding the light, holding the torch for Alfred, getting told off for not holding it properly. If you're gonna help, fucking hold that light properly. I'm trying. There you go. The world needs an Everyman Batman.
I've got this. Where's my slightly darker suit? It's in the wash. Why is it in the wash?
Oh, come on, you knew I was going out tonight. I told you. Alfred's going, oh, it's not on the calendar. Oh, fuck, does it need to be on the calendar? I do it every Wednesday. Like, why is this Wednesday any different? I told you yesterday about it. No, you didn't. I fucking did.
Screw this, I'm going to the pub.
Yeah. The world needs an Everyman Batman.
Batman nursing a pint. Put money in the jukebox.
Alfred's like, are you not meant to be going out tonight? Just couldn't really be bothered if I'm honest. Like, it's a bit tired.
Nah, got changed into my trackies and
yeah. I'm in my comfies now. Sorry.
Comfies now. Oh, dearie me. You want to talk about SES Rogue Heroes from the creator of Peaky Blinders?
Well, a little bit. There's not much to talk about, I don't think.
No, it's just a teaser trailer.
Yeah, the teaser trailer looks pretty cool though. It's got the guy from Sex Education.
Oh yeah.
That's where you all probably might recognize him from. But no, it looks really cool how they he's doing. I suppose in the way he did the story of Peaky Blinders, where I think a lot of Peaky Blinders is made up, but it's all based on like a real gang in Birmingham. And then
there's characters are real, but maybe the stories around them.
the stories around them are not real.
There'll be key events that they go up to, like Mosley was a big thing. That what actually
but the Peaky Blinders had nothing to do with that. So in reality,
no, yeah,
that's what I mean by like none of it was real. Because the Peaky Blinders were actually only a gang in Birmingham between a very short period of time, and it's nowhere near. And it was pre-World War One as well.
I can't imagine the Peaky Blinders met Winston Churchill.
No, very unlikely.
Like very unlikely.
But Rogue Heroes, SAS Rogue Heroes looks cool if he's going to do sort of like a slightly similar sort of thing based on the sort of beginning of the SAS.
Yeah, it looks quite good, especially because Peaky Blinders kind of had a rock and roll theme to it. Kind of rock, like the kind of rock music. Did a lot of rock music, I guess, for want of a better word. So I guess approaching World War One with that kind of, it'll feel like Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll have like a whole universe thing on the go, and they'll have the Tommy Shelby down digging the trenches to get to enemy lines, because that was his job. That was their job.
World War 1 or World War 2? World War 2.
Is it World War 2?
I'm not sure. But either way, yeah, having, if it's the same universe as Peaky Blinders, that would be good.
That'd be kind of funny. But they don't need to do that, so
they don't.
It's okay if they don't.
It's okay if they don't. Shall we wrap it up there for the week? We made it!
We made it. See you in another month.
See you in another month. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. You can catch us on every social media going with @thatsclasspod. You can email us with anything that you'd like to hear, or suggestions or complaints to thatsclasspod@gmail.com. New episodes will be up whenever. We don't know when this episode will go up because Roy doesn't have any internet, so we'll have to wait and see when that's going to happen. But keep your notifications on. Thank you for listening. You can find us, obviously. This is the bit I was supposed to say at the start. You can find us on everywhere podcasts are available. YouTube,
called fucking housekeeping, Duncan.
Yeah, housekeeping. That's what it was, because I didn't copy it across. I don't usually do the housekeeping. That's Rory's job.
There was no housekeeping in the last one either.
No, it probably wasn't.
Or the one before that. You've been fucking bamboozled and quite possibly heckin' bamboozled.
Heckin' bamboozled. Yes, we're available for all podcasts are usually available. Please don't pirate us. Please get it from a reputable source.
Okay, pirate us. You do you, hun. You do you. Don't let this snake tell you what to do.
Thanks again for listening. We'll see you when we see you. Class is over. I guess say goodbye, Duncan. Goodbye, Duncan. And as Eddie says at the end of every episode, that's class.
Do you like dogs?
Unexpected.
Do you like dogs?
Like dogs.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.